Okay. Happy Monday and welcome to another installment of the Milk Jug Mafia podcast. Y'all know who I am. If you don't, my name is Imani. My Instagram is That's Money. Today we're not really doing any casual Milk Jug Mafia talk. We're not talking about motherhood today. We're finally diving into artistic analysis. I have a very, very special guest today, a very, very good friend of mine, Lil Westside.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Westside,
And what do you do?
I like to make music.
And what else do you like to do?
Get on your nerves.
Seriously, what else do you like to do?
No, I'm from Manila Westside. I am a recording artist from Jacksonville, Florida. Um, I like to do a lot, so I can't answer that
As
question.
far as like rap or you're a hip hop artist?
Oh, yeah, I'm a hip hop artist. I do it all. I'm an artist all around.
So you wouldn't call yourself a rapper, you would call
No,
yourself an artist.
no, because I can do pop, I can do rock, I can do R&B. Send them all out there.
Okay, so artistic analysis will find you well then. You'll be able to answer some serious questions
For sure.
because you don't have a limited genre. You kind of,
Yeah,
you're very versatile. Like, I actually know you personally.
yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
I just feel like I don't want to put myself in that box.
Yeah,
It's
and you should, because people know that you have range anyways.
yeah.
So when did you start actually making music?
Um, let's see. So I learned about music at the age of like 4 or 5. Like my uncles used to have me freestyling for money and stuff like that. I started taking it serious around like 15, 16. When I found out that I can't play basketball no more.
When did you record your first song?
I was like 15.
And what did you rap about or talk about in your
It
song?
was like, we got the money, we got the house, we got the weed, early the road. Check me out, bitch. Check me out, bitch. I ain't even smoke.
Oh, so you was really just like,
Oh, I ain't mad. That's what it
I
was.
was gonna say you was rapping about the okey doke,
Yeah.
stuff. But at 16,
Yeah, right.
that's not really bad. So what genre of music would you say that you're not really like? What's something that you don't make as far as music, but you still like to listen to it? Like somebody might have made a song or a style of music that you haven't pulled off yet, or that you wouldn't care to pull off because it's not really your style, but you're still like, oh, I like this,
I just say pop.
like pop
I
song.
like pop. Only because it's very like marketable, like I said, I'm real big on like trying not to limit myself to like this one particular crowd. So what's the guy name? He made the song
That song you keep singing,
no, it's this one I like. What's the guy name?
Bruno Mars.
Yes,
Oh,
Bruno Mars, bro.
what about that dude that you like a lot?
Sky. Where am? Sky Waters.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you keep singing that song, and I'm like, you must really. And that's why I asked you that. Like, is there people that you hear like you'll hear a hit by them or something viral, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I fuck with that, but that's not like your style.
But I don't know what genre you would put him in.
Some people you got to put them in that alternative genre.
Oh,
Like,
cause he or I rock with him.
he got a lot going on with the nails and
But it's
the outfit.
crazy because me listening to him and me seeing him, he made me like the feminine energy.
Yeah, because why you got
He
on
made me want to be
like
sassy.
yeah, like why you sassy, but like you look like you were hard. Like he like in between.
I love it.
Yeah, he like throwing me off, but he's good. Like when you don't look at him and just listen to him,
Hmm.
you're like, oh, okay. But when you look at him, it's like, okay, so what is your fashion?
Yeah.
Like,
He go by non-binary or something like that.
see, I don't got time.
Like he
Oh, don't we ain't going down that hole because people ain't gonna like me if I start talking about that. I'm gonna hear somebody.
he's not a boy or girl.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay. Whatever that means. Yeah. So what do you think your fashion is since I'm talking about that? Like
fashion.
just as far as your style, what's your style? Or do you feel like you're working on it or
Yeah.
constantly evolving?
Yeah, I think it's constantly evolving. Like people be wanting to put me in the designer era, and I'm just not really hip to it. Like, I would like designer slides, I get a designer bag, a designer belt, but like wearing like designer, like I haven't really like got on that yet.
There's a difference between wearing things in fashion and having your own style.
Yeah.
Like actually having a sense of style that you like to wear and it has nothing to do with what's popular or
Yeah.
what's a big brand. That's a big difference.
I don't really have a if I was to have a style, I would probably say it would be more so like Jadena, like classic man. Because
I could see that.
only because like I want to be on some like she professional, classy, but she with the shit don't try her. Like I look at like the mom, like the way Scarface used to dress. What's his name? James Bond.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to have like an in between, like a suave, but like
Yeah, I'm a ladies man.
military look, kind of not military, but like it's a theme
Yeah,
with
like
what. Yeah,
doing time, but I get busy with it type.
I can see that.
Yeah, so
I can see that. I can see that.
just wait till that bag come.
So, let's talk about your religion then,
Yeah,
because you were just fasting for Ramadan.
yeah,
You like have designated. I've literally been talking to you. But we've been talking to you about, oh, I gotta go pray, or like you won't text me back, and you'll be like, oh, I was praying.
so I'm Muslim. I don't really like, to talk about religion because like it's really like a touchy topic.
Yeah.
But I like to embrace the fact that like I'm Muslim and I'm proud to be Muslim.
Yeah, like we're talking about you either way. Like this ain't gotta be a topic of you pushing beliefs, but just people to get to know you, and because like you don't eat certain things, and you're pescatarian. And
Yeah.
people don't know that about you, so I'm here to like.
She trying to expose me for real.
People don't. I say all the time. People put themselves and brand themselves on the internet, especially as an artist. People are they're calculated. They do everything a certain way. So like some people have that curiosity, like who is this person?
Yeah.
What is their personality like? Stuff like that. It's important to show people. So like that's why I was like, talk about like your religion or like what you eat on a daily, what you try to avoid, stuff like that. Because people don't, you know.
So my diet is very different. I'm pescatarian. Most people won't know what that is. I only eat seafood. I eat vegan food a lot. So it's like I would rather eat some seafood. If I want some meat, I'll eat some fish or some shrimp. But for the most part, it's like, 50-50. Vegetarian, pescatarian. I don't know what you want to call it.
I think pescatarian is good because of the way you actually eat, and
Yeah.
the meats that you do eat are safer compared to what's considered contaminated. So
It's been about 8 years now. I just kept getting sick, yo. Like I feel like nothing is wrong with eating meat, but I think people should do it in moderation.
yeah, but that's what I heard a doctor say, that like nothing is really bad for you, but
Overdoing
everything
it.
in moderation. Yeah, some people wholeheartedly believe in just eating a steak and a salad and boom,
No.
diet.
People be like, "Oh, you gonna die anyway? Everybody gotta die." But it's like, yeah. So, but while I'm here, like, I just want to I want to feel good. I want to think good. It's more to it than just like eating and
Right, which is definitely a mental thing.
Yeah.
And you notice that when you change your diet, your mood changed, your overall health definitely shifted.
Yeah. Like, of course we have to eat, but it's like now, like as I got older, like it's more so like my mental, like what I'm putting in my body is like that shit really affects my mind.
Shout out to my big sister, because I told her like I would bitch at her about eating certain stuff, and when she finally got to doing that on her own,
Really?
she called me and was like, "Imani, I hate you. You made me aware of this. Yeah, be ignorant. I wanted to keep eating McDonald's," and I'm like, "Girl,
I love McDonald's.
don't eat that mess."
Every
Like,
now
I
and
got her
then,
to stop eating McDonald's. It took me years to get my sister to stop eating McDonald's.
I can't hold you that. McDonald's, I eat the fish fillet.
The mystery meat. Yeah,
I love it, bro. I don't
you
eat
sure
it a
it's
lot.
fish?
Yeah,
How do you know it's not like guts or something? What that shit is?
it's fish.
When I ate last time I ate McDonald's, it tasted like nothing. It tasted like I wasn't eating anything. Like that episode of SpongeBob when they did it to the burger and they just eating it. And then when they really looked at the burger, it looked like some bullshit.
Bro, I know it's fish.
Gravy on Mondays.
It's a fish patty.
Do it taste like fish?
Yes. You should
try what fishy thing. I'm good. My grandma like that fish sandwich. That's the only thing my grandma will eat at McDonald's. She will eat
That's it.
but she'll eat a fish sandwich.
And you gotta try this.
I wouldn't get a sweet tea from McDonald's today. Man.
Oh no.
I wouldn't even get cookies from there.
Oh, you.
I love cookies. Like I wouldn't even eat that shit. Why you putting pork in the apple pie?
Wait.
Trust you niggas.
Oh, see, I don't eat the apple pie.
Their apple pie has pork in it. They put pork in the most difficult, intricate things, like things you wouldn't guess.
Yeah, like
because pork is a good supplement for the gum and gelatin that they put in textured foods. People don't be. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like, sir, I had to stop eating this certain candy because it had gelatin in it. Oh, I don't eat candy by the way, y'all. I'm not candy like that either.
I hate that Melanie B. That I don't do candy soda, nothing with food dye, food coloring, too much sugar in it. Like I have my little fun. Don't get me wrong, but like you say, if it's in moderation, cool. But like overindulging on sweets or acting like I gotta have it and I don't.
Yeah, I love donuts. Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. Like I love donuts. Like donuts.
I'm funny about donuts.
I love.
Depends on who make them. It's not that I don't like them. It just depends on
Krispy
who make
Kreme.
them. That shit trash.
What?
Krispy Kreme, like plain, like glazed donuts, cool, but like that other shit trash.
Oh, I don't.
So you want a glazed, sweet ass donut, and then you want a bunch of sugar and then extra sprinkles on top of it as well. Girl, that sounds like tooth decay. That shit sounds like.
I like donuts, chocolate and sprinkles.
I like the ones from like Dunkin' because Dunkin' Donuts doesn't glaze. They don't glaze it. They make the donut regular and then they put the frosting. Like if you need all that sugar, you need to go ahead and go to the doctor because you're probably obese. Like if you need that much fucking sugar, you're obese.
Listen to her. Keep eating. Keep
Yeah,
eating.
you can't eat that shit.
Don't eat candy.
There's food dye in the sprinkles. There's food dye in the frosting that they put on it. But you keep eating that shit. Now, when I go home, like in Mississippi to my family, I'll eat donuts because they have a lot of. So in Mississippi, especially in Gulfport and along the coast, you know how like Asian people have like a lot of hair shops, nail shops. One of the things down in Mississippi that a lot of Asian people have businesses in is donut shops, and they make the best donuts. Period. And they make them fresh every day, and they make these things called kolaches, and they're basically like bread with sausage inside and cheese. It's so good, but they make different ones with different meats in it.
Yeah, no meat.
Well, girl,
That's what we're doing.
you don't eat meat, but you have a dick. That's shit don't add up. But then, yeah, don't get me started on that. Anyways,
Yeah.
any fucking. But anyways, so because of that, talking about health, like your diet, your lifestyle. Oh, what a lot of people don't know about you, and one of my favorite things about Westside is that she's very mentally disciplined. So she is sober 1,000%. Like she doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke, she doesn't do drugs, and then she also habitually practices like celibacy, self care, isolation. Like she's very, very big on self awareness and her mental health, and that is probably easily one of my favorite things about you because you care about growing and doing better and you don't pretend to be perfect at all. Like by any means. You're like, yo, I'm finna lose it. I need help.
Yeah, right.
But I do want you to kind of give your take on sobriety, like celibacy, like why you're so adamant about being committed to to be sober is different these days. I mean, there are like a lot of things are glorified, and sex and drugs are one of the things that are. And it's interesting that you're in an image in an industry that dominates based on stereotypes and stigmas and all these different. They pretty much being into people's pleasures and stuff. So it's like it's kind of funny that you're a rapper and you're an artist, but you don't really indulge in what an average artist would indulge in. Basically, like it's almost like you're high off life, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna start off first. I'm gonna start with the drugs. So, um, I can't really say no names, but I grew up to where like a family member of mine sold drugs. So, like seeing the money that was involved with it, I ain't gonna lie, being a drug dealer was one of my dreams.
I don't see that. I don't know no better.
Yeah, for sure. But kids stay to school. But so at one point in time in my life, I started, selling drugs. And I'm not saying that's a good thing, but one, I didn't want to smoke my own product. Two, at the same time, it was like I tried to get high. That whole Wiz Khalifa era, everybody was trying to smoke papers and shit.
Yeah, stoner. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that wasn't me because I got high. Oh, my first time ever smoking a blunt, it was laced. Yeah, it was laced.
Thank God you ain't messed up from that.
I was messed up that day. I was itching. I can't even remember like the majority. I remember like my friends was telling me like I was trying to take my clothes off. I was running. Yeah.
Oh, you was tweaking.
Yeah. So that kind of messed me up in a sense. So I was like, nah, like, that's not for me.
Yeah.
And then I even tried like to smoke like one more time after that, like without the crazy shit.
You're right.
And I didn't like it. Like the way it feels, I feel like I'm dreaming. Like no, I love secondhand. Like it's so
Yeah, I was gonna say you been
I like to
try with
smoke.
me
I like
about
to smell it. I like
a
to
few
smell it.
times.
But
Yeah.
I don't like smoking. Drinking, never taste liquor a day in my life. I'm 27. I've never tasted liquor. My best friend passed away from drinking. That kind of scared me, but also the way it smells. Like I'm just not hip to it. So I don't like. I don't think I'll probably ever get drunk.
Honestly,
I don't like it. I don't like the way it smells.
I was just gonna say it's not. I don't think I'm a drink my whole life. I think I'm like I've gone through phases of drinking, and then like my issue is I don't like addictions. I don't like bad habits. So as soon as I feel like something is more of a habit than just something I can enjoy, I stop doing it. Like a lot of people don't know I have quit weed like so many times.
Yeah.
But I didn't quit weed because I'm like, oh, this is bad for you. Like I never let the world have me from stopping weed. Weed has always been a mental thing. So when I first started smoking weed, I really started it because I had found out something really, really like depressing about my family. I'm not going to go into detail,
Okay.
but I went and just was like, let me just, I don't know. It was a feeling thing, like that escapism song by Ray, like that whole I don't want to feel thing. Like I can relate to that. Like when people make songs about like just not being sober because they just have too much going on, I really relate to those sometimes because it's just like sometimes you think so much and that's not your intent, like to overthink yourself into some type of spiraling depression. And when I started smoking for the wrong reason. So when I stopped, it was like a release. And I was like, okay, cool. And then when I started back, every time I would stop smoking and then start back, every time I would start back, it would be for a different reason. So like now, I only smoke for medicinal purposes and honestly for my sanity. I would really hate to fuck one of y'all.
Everybody get that a lot. I do get that a lot.
Yeah, I'm at the point in life now where it's like I don't even smoke for fun or for social reasons. I smoke because literally, like it's an aggravating world to live in. Like people, things I can't control, stuff I can't change. That shit irritates me. And like there has to be some sort of outlet for me to just be like, let it go. And weed helps me like let things go. But also I tell people you don't smoke to suppress, you smoke to release. You're smoking to like push it down. Or if you're doing drugs or alcohol or anything to like suppress what you're feeling,
that's not
it's gonna come back up. You may throw it up or your brain may explode. But either way, like karma gonna have its way with you. And I had to learn that. That's why it's like it's not a mental thing. Like my grandma, when she smoked cigarettes heavy, like one day she just stopped, like cold turkey.
That was
like just stop. Like I can stop anything cold turkey. Like it's not an easy thing to do, but everybody, I have the mental capacity to not cave. Say like when I know about okay, these are all the reasons why I'm not doing this. Like it's one of those like, come on now.
I think like what you just said, like it takes it back to like why like I practice like celibacy because I feel like once it's like an addiction.
Yeah, that's why I respect the fuck out of you because you really are like, no, like this is a problem. I know. I know, ma'am. The stuff this girl says to me about other women is like, okay.
No, man, no, for real. This is like I feel like
Freak of the week here.
Y'all already know what
Jesus.
She's a freak.
Y'all, somebody come get her.
Nah, I just real deal. Like I feel like I don't drink or smoke, but I feel like sex is kind of like a drug to me. So sometimes it's okay to take a step back. And when I feel like I'm giving my all or giving myself to someone that don't deserve my time, and it's like,
what's addicting? What's addicting? Yeah, it's like a dopamine thing.
Yeah, I just gotta step back.
Why do you think that sex is like addicting? Like, what do you think is addicting about it? Do you think it's the orgasm aspect of it? Do you think it's the intimacy aspect of that? Like, what about sex is addicting?
Just women are addicted.
Do you think you're addicted to women?
Yeah, I think I'm addicted to everything.
Do you think all women are good? Like their essence, like their everything about them, down to their pheromones. Like, do you think that
certain women
does that blind you? So after you have an orgasm, do you be disgusted?
Sometimes it depends on the woman.
Oh, okay.
It really depends on the women. You know, like and now
I can see that.
Because first off, I feel like people that's gonna see this interview like, well, damn, like, how do two girls can have sex? Like, We're gonna talk about that later. But just know that when I get mine, like it's sometimes I feel disgusted too. Like
Yeah, and then but I was gonna say that comes from even like with the that's why I say porn is an addiction and like having
that's
the
so
need
really
to
addiction of mine.
yeah wanting to have an orgasm is
like oh listen, I went like 4 months without masturbating and I felt so different. Like I felt so different. Like my anger, I was a little more angrier, but was snappy. But
why do you think that that makes people angry?
because we have to release. Like
Why
I just said, stop suppressing. We
Why
have
do
to
you think that
release.
is though? Like, why do you think it's because it makes me wonder? Like, is it? Do you think it's because sex is supposed to be something savory, or do you think that we're so entitled to the leisures of this sexual ass world? Like, you can get on Pornhub and watch porn. You can hit a bitch up and pay her for some coochie now. Like, vice versa. Like, there's a lot of like a lot of temptation out here. So it's like,
Why
it makes me wonder, like, why do you think people get
this craving and this addiction?
And I mean, it's like it makes sense because you've had it. Like you've been having sex since whatever age you started. So it's like once you know what an orgasm feels like, I guess you want to have it.
And now I had my first orgasm at 21. So that was like 6 years ago. So I honestly feel like the reason why I'm so adamant on like that is because I just kind of sort of got it.
First orgasm at 20?
21, 22.
Damn.
Yeah. And I've been out here since I was like 15. 16.
Your first orgasm was masturbating or it was a girl?
A girl. And like masturbating, I've never really had an orgasm from masturbating.
So you don't know how to please yourself?
I know it. Now I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned myself. I took time to be alone. So now look now. So when I was like 15, 6, I first got head at the age of 17. Like
But you didn't have an orgasm.
No. I didn't know what it was. I knew it was head, but I just ain't know like what is a nut? You know what I'm saying? Like what is the orgasm? So it was just like I would get head, and at one point in time, I was a touch me not because I didn't want, like, I didn't know, I didn't like that feeling because I thought head.
Tell people not to touch you?
Okay, that's like a girl being penetrated for the first time. Mm-hmm. That's your first time, so you're gonna think that's how being penetrated is all the time. So until you got that one that put it on you, and you like, oh no, like, because at times like. I was talking to someone.
So somebody gave you bad head. That's what
the whole time I was thinking it was good. Like, no, but any other girl, like, I was just
so your first time was like it was an experience. It wasn't good or bad. It was an experience.
Yeah, and I was just like, and then I was just getting it from multiple women, but it was like,
wow, slut.
It was like, it just was this feeling, and I was like, this is how it feel because I kept getting the same feeling, and I'm like, nah, I don't like that.
That's an intuition thing though to be like, I don't like that.
Yeah, that one particular person showed me different, and it was just like, yo, I love this.
Oh,
I love this.
So I got lucky.
Shout to her.
Oh, I got lucky then. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a late bloomer to a lot of stuff.
I was just gonna say because I don't even. That's a hard question. First orgasm.
Yeah, my first orgasm was 21, 22. Like I'm talking about. Oh, I'm finna come.
I think I remember that.
Whatever.
I don't even think the first time I had sex I had an orgasm.
See.
I didn't like it at first because my boyfriend at the time I didn't like. He just, I don't know. That shit was just really.
That shit weird.
So what I've learned about sex and with men, because you don't deal with men.
No.
So when you're a girl and you're naive to sex, men will let you suck their dick, but they don't really build up to anything else. And that's not all men. All men are not like that. First, I'm not saying that because all men are like that, because they're not. Some men are actually very thoughtful, very considerate. But I learned that as I got older. But when I first, like my first boyfriend, I would never let no man penetrate me because it just was very, I didn't know why. I couldn't understand why I didn't want to have sex. But now that I've had it, what I realized was men don't, not all men. I always have to say that because everybody's like, well, there's sensitive. But some men, don't care about you being properly lubricated. They just think that naturally you're just some waterfall, not realizing that the waterfall comes from feelings. The waterfall comes from infatuation. It comes from just the desire. Now there can, and even if you want to have sex with a man, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to just be like soaking wet because you're just like, you don't know what to feel or how to feel or whatever. So when I finally did do it, it was like, okay, I'm thinking that it hurts because my grandma told me that it hurts and that it's not even all that good. And then when I had it done correctly for the first time, I was like, oh, okay, so this is what it feels like. So every time after that, I'm trying to be like a performative type of person because I'm just excited that I understand sex at this point.
Yeah, me too.
But men take advantage of that because if you're a pleaser, even if you're a guy and you're a pleaser, like when you're a pleaser, people take advantage of that shit.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, this person want to show out for me. Like when people know how to read the room but play it cool. And I learned over time slowly, like you have to demand sexual favors in a certain way. And then it's like you can't even deal with men that don't. I'm 27 years old. I'm not talking to you niggas about this shit. Like, if you don't do it right, get the fuck off me. If you just, hey, back the fuck up. And I'm so particular sex wise now that it's bad. Like, it's actually bad. Like, yeah.
What are you particular?
I'm very particular now.
Give us one thing that you're particular with.
I'm very particular about smells. So like,
I heard boys stink.
Boys don't really stink. Now some niggas, if they don't, the way you know if a nigga stink is if under his balls always smell.
Yeah, that
his balls always smell. That nigga is nasty.
Like we're not talking.
But like if your breath stinks, like it's like even if it's not a stink, like it stinks because you don't brush your teeth, but it's like it stinks because you just didn't freshen up. Like a nigga could not freshen up and I don't want to fuck him. Like, it's not even you're nasty or you stink, but it's like you didn't think before you decided to kiss me and try to do all this shit. You need to make sure you are like all the way on point. Because if I'm not, I will hope you tell me. Like, it's nothing that I wouldn't want to be critiqued about, but like my main thing is I'm so sensitive about smells. I blame my dad because my dad is very like OCD particular. Yeah. I'm very, very, very funny about smells, and I'm very, very, very funny about like just the overall intimacy aspect of it. Like it has to be very natural, organic. Like it needs to be just no hiccups. Like if I can tell you're nervous when you're dealing with me, or like if you're overthinking or whatever, don't worry about it.
Really?
Don't fucking worry about it. Okay, because I'm not a sympathetic bitch. Like I'm not like I can tell that he's just nervous because it's me. That shit don't fucking flatter me. That shit don't flatter me. Let me tell you, that shit is like, okay, you excited to be around me like I'm some famous ass bitch like Cole Ray. Chill. I'll be like I'm a regular ass bitch. Act like you know how to perform. Act like you know how to perform. What the fuck?
Oh, I would perform, but I'm gonna be honest.
That's like my thing. My thing is I don't have any sympathy for like jitters, like just hiccups, uncertainty.
You just need that's that military shit.
I don't give a damn.
It's that military
I don't care about that shit.
No, just have something. Because now I'm gonna just motherfucking hide my nervousness. Have what?
Well, it's not nothing to hide because there's nothing to be nervous about. Like
it is
being nervous means that you think more highly of me than I even think of myself.
Well, sometimes it might not be that. Sometimes, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. My nervousness comes from women like, oh, you rapping about it in these songs, so let me see if you about it in real life. And then it's like, I know I'm about it in real life, so just don't like be like, what's up, what it is. Like when we in the bedroom, like let me take my time. Like,
yeah, like I don't do all that.
You act like I don't do more like a nigga than
I don't do all that. I'm not doing all that. I'm very like, I blame my dad again. Me, my dad, and my little brother. We're all mute. We all can be around each other and not say shit, and we all know what to do. Like, we all know when it's appropriate to talk, what to say, how to say it, if it's worth saying. Like, I'm so used to people knowing how to, like, damn near read my mind that hiccups and all that extra shit is like, okay, so you having thoughts and you're having a lot of feelings, big feelings.
Now it's different.
I can't do it. I don't have patience for a lot of shit anymore. And because I've been through so much, like when you give people the benefit of the doubt, it makes it hard for other people that are genuinely just like, look, I'm here and I'm trying.
Yeah.
Work with me. Like this is new for everybody. And I'm just like, I'm stiff as fuck.
Yeah.
Get it back to
I don't know. Like I said,
that's different. I didn't think you made me. I've never thought about my first orgasm ever until just now. I never thought about it.
Shit, I knew.
Or even like a sex history. Like I
think about mine
because it's such a serious thing.
I love it. I love sex.
It's a serious thing.
Sex is really big to me. Like I feel like how I work on my music, my craft. you do that for sex.
Okay.
Like I want to.
Do you think that that's an easy topic to like spew on about when you're making music, or?
Yeah, it's very easy because it's like that's my other passion.
Okay.
Sex is like
because you're really good at like the lovey, like girl, you so fine.
Like if you
like,
think
you're
about
good at
it,
those songs.
most rappers be talking about, oh, like I just popped a perk and I'm feeling this and I'm feeling that. I like they can talk about how they feeling a drug. So because they experience it, that's what they do. So me, like I know what to talk about when it comes to sex because I know what to do and I experience it. Like I'm chilling right now for the most part. Like I'm single. I'm not sex not really on my mind. Like I just want better, but at the same time, like, I know what I'm good at.
So what brings you to shift away from sex? But
being a hoe. When you be a hoe out here, nobody want a hoe. And you gotta realize I done humbly speaking, I done did my thing out here with some women in Jacksonville, and it was to the point when I realized that I really had a crush on this girl, and she was like, "Nah, my homegirl had you." Like that's what made me be like, I don't even know who your homegirl is, and I was very disappointed and embarrassed in myself. And I'm like, I'm treating myself as if like I'm just this slut, even though I am. But like, I'm.
Are you a reformed slut or are you still a slut?
Uh,
Let people know.
I'm still a slut.
I feel this.
I'm still a slut. But look, though, so it was just like I didn't want that to be like, oh, everybody done had her. Like I'm still a human at the end of the day. I just like to have sex. But when they know what you're good at, like they just don't take you serious.
Oh, especially not no girl, because girls, sex is very like it's a very intimate thing to do with somebody. So it's like if you just, it's one thing to be single and just have it your way because you're single, but just to like recklessly be single is a different thing. It's different to be single and have fun and to be single and just be like, I don't care about anything or anyone or anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
Like I'm just doing stuff just to live and say that I did it type shit. So.
No, see, I think me, like I'm single, but like I'll have fun, like I can't fuck multiple people like at the same time. So if I'm having sex with this girl and we've been having sex for a long time, I can't have sex with another person. I used to be like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not finna lie and sit here and act like an angel like I used to.
People do. I mean, that's a thing. Like that's not a
now. Like
people,
the STD rate, and people feel like lesbians can't catch shit. Like
anybody can catch anything. You can catch STDs without having sex. I tell with that all the time.
Like I'm really big on my health now, so it's like I'm chilling. And nowadays, these girls, this generation, be claiming like, "Oh, I like girls," but they just be they taking dick the whole time. Like it's just,
and that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I don't play with people like that. Like I'm not with it. That's why that brings me to that thing I want to bring up. Why do people think we go together? Why do people think we're in a relationship?
Because I love you and they know my type, and you my type. I think that's what it is.
Me and Kiki are friends, y'all.
Yeah, we have never done nothing. Sure, they like women. Come on now.
I like penis. You know, like with balls attached with hair on it. I got that. Real.
I got that.
You have a penis that you buy at the store. I told you that.
But it's the same thing.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I might have to buy me one.
Yeah, you got to. I'm not figure out which one.
I'd rather get one molded into
the one that's
the epic penis. What? Like the best one ever. Veins and everything.
What's your
not circumcised? It's not circumcised. It has veins. It's probably like 6 or 7 inches long.
So you like non-circumcised penises?
Yes. If their mom treated them right, yeah. I saw this one dude that had non-circumcised penis though, and his dick was like. But I think that's because I swear to God he was like doing steroids or something in the gym. Like I swear to God it was something else.
So you don't. That's new. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of girls like when girls be like honestly like when people be talking shit about uncircumcised penises, I be getting kind of offended because I'm like, have you had one? And then some girl was like, it stank. And I was like, honestly, the cleanest man I've ever met
was uncircumcised.
They were uncircumcised because they have to pull that extra skin back.
See, I don't got to do all that. I can just like, clean it, boil it in some water.
Ma'am, of course you do because it's silicone, right?
It's real. In my head.
No sperm can come out of it.
I wish I have.
You're not making babies. You're gonna make a baby. I know you do.
How many kids do you think I have?
I think that if you had a penis, you would probably have like.
I say 7.
You'd probably have a lot of kids. Honestly, you probably wouldn't be making music.
Yeah, and I think that's why
I don't think you would be making music.
I used to cry that I wasn't a guy. Until I realized.
Y'all, she really act like a guy. Like, she don't airhead shit just like a nigga. And I'll be like, are you a boy for real? Like, she can't cook. Yeah. Like, she can't do a lot of stuff that the average girl can do. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, you're really a nigga.
But that's my mama's fault. I'm not going to lie. Shout out to my Luke's. Like, I just feel like
she's so sweet.
My mom spoiled me to the point where it was like I didn't have to.
She's a big baby. Big baby. I am. She is. This is really sad.
I think that's another thing most people need to know about me because they look at me as this like hardcore ass like
big baby. Big fucking.
I like to be spoiled.
Very big.
Like I'll spoil you with the money, but I just want my partner to spoil me with affection. Like if I'm sick, like, are you okay?
No, dead ass. Kiki, like, I've never been nowhere with her. And, like, I remember we was at the studio one time and, like, everybody was hungry. Like, it was like, Kiki had brought, like, 1, 2, 3. I mean, it was at least 10 people deep at the studio. And she booked out 2 rooms in the studio for niggas to record and for herself to record. And everybody was hungry. And I ordered, like, pizza for everybody. I probably spent, like, $70. I kid y'all not. I had that money back within 30 seconds. Like, as soon as I ordered, she was like, how much was it? Like, she don't play. Yeah. She will give you literally hair off of her scalp if you need it. Seriously. Yeah. Like, that's real. Real nigga. Real. You are one of the realest people I know, seriously. Like, on a very serious note, like, for real. I fuck with you. I don't like a lot of people. I deal with some of y'all, but like really love. Like I love this girl right here. Really, like
I love you too. I be going through like I don't. People be telling me to put like my pain and what I'm going through in music, and I just be like, nah. Sometimes I just need to talk to somebody. So
is that? Do you think that's the next question? Do you think that's what puts things back into like perspective and balance for you? Like when you need, like when you feeling off or like confused or like you just need some motivation. Like what do you do? Who do you call?
So I call you when I'm going through a lot.
Sure do.
I call you. If I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Shadow. That's my shout out to her. That's my dog.
We're gonna get her on here soon.
I have sex.
I can see that.
I have sex. If it's something like really like serious that got something to do with me, like needing to tighten up like with my future or something like that, because I'm always big on my future. Like I always feel like I'm a failure if I don't complete a certain task, and I'm very hard.
So you're very productive.
Very. So if I'm not being productive, like it messes up like it messes up my creative like space. So what I would do honestly if I wasn't being productive, I'd probably talk to you or something and you would tell me like it's okay. Like
we'll be talking about some other stuff because we talk about other stuff outside of music. Like you actually have a lot of plans outside of music.
Yeah, I overwork myself a lot. So like,
and you're one of those people where I tell you like there are people that feel like if they're not doing certain things and they're not being productive, but people don't realize that a productive thing to do is to take time for yourself.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, I would hate to slap you into figuring it out.
Yeah.
Because it's necessary. Like, you don't want to burn yourself out. Like, I remember when I was a CNA, there was this lady who told me, like, she worked, like, so much to the point where one morning she, like, well, it wasn't her, but, like, somebody she knew. Mm-hmm. The lady worked so much to the point that she was so sleep deprived, she just fell asleep. And she fell asleep behind the wheel.
Oh, now I fell asleep behind the wheel.
Yeah, like, you don't overexert yourself, like, trying to...
Oh, my God.
Oh, I can make it. Like, I'm young. I can pull all-nighters. Like, that. I'm so glad more people are discussing hustle culture and how it's not good to overexert yourself because there's only so many hours in a day. And money is not really the only objective in this life.
Yeah.
Why do you have all this money and all these things and you have no family, you have no friends?
Yeah.
Building relationships is valuable. That's something that contributes to wealth.
That's what I'm starting to realize too.
Spending time with your loved ones, spending time with yourself.
Yeah.
Like that contributes to your wealth. Like your mental health is very wealthy if you get it together.
Yeah.
But that definitely depends on the person.
I just feel like right now I'm just more focused on like the money will come. I just want my mental to be on point. Like me, like with Ramadan, the celibacy, like I learned a lot about myself, like isolating myself. And
what did you have to unlearn when you isolated yourself?
I had to unlearn that you're going to be by yourself.
So you start feeling like, oh, I'm all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can't think like that. You're not going to be successful thinking like
Yeah, I had to unlearn that. I had to unlearn that you're gonna be by yourself. I had to unlearn that that's a good question. Uh Addiction. Like I don't really need it.
like bad habits. Like,
Yeah.
just, yeah, bad habits and addiction kind of go hand. So, yeah, I could see that.
So I don't know. I just need to turn to myself in my mind. I've been going through a lot that people don't know about, you know.
So, what is something you wish people understood about you?
I'm a human. I'm not an A&R. I can't put you in the door. I can't get you through the door. I'm still a nerd. My image is my image, not because I want to be a thug. I just love certain things, and I feel like people look at my image based and they want to put me in this certain category, like my tattoos and shit like that, like
Labels.
yeah, like I just don't like it. Like I'm a human, like I still have emotions.
I'm more complex than what y'all can right.
Right, like I want to take mental breaks. I don't like social media. Like I'm a normal human being, and I just feel like I get overworked a lot because it's like it's this goal that we have to accomplish, but in reality, like sometimes I burn out too. You know? So yeah.
I can see that. Because honestly, people don't be ready for the realities and stuff because they're always trying to like seize an opportunity when they see somebody that has more than what they have, pretty much. So you think you're like more introverted because of that, or do you think you were like that beforehand, or how do you think that plays a part in wanting to isolate and get away from people? Because I have a lot of moments like this. Today was so aggravating. Like today, just had me like, bro.
Me too.
Don't speak to me for the rest of the year. But like that's so unrealistic.
I wish it was though.
Yeah, I wish it was too. Because like there are times where I'm just like
I just like being
there are times where I just want to pick and choose and with no explanation. Like I want to do just certain things without having to explain. And I mean, realistically, you don't have to explain yourself to people.
Yeah.
But like I know like people will get offended because they're used to talking to you or whatever the case is, or like like my sister will call me and I'll just be like, she literally called me and was like, hey, I called you, and I was like, I ain't want to talk. Point blank period, just didn't want to talk. I don't have to answer my phone just because it's ringing. But it's no shade to her. My sister calls me every single day. Yeah. And if I'm lucky, she calls me 3 times a day. She's the only person that calls me. Oh, I love her, but she'll talk your fucking head off if you're her sister too. So
she's a peanut.
She talks a lot and I don't talk a lot at all. Like when we were kids, that was a thing. Like they'd be like, you don't say nothing. I'm like, these bitches talking enough for all of us.
That makes sense.
I talk so much I can't get a word in. Fuck it. Yeah. And now I'm at a point like now where it's like I don't talk unless I know I'm fully being received. If I feel like there's gonna be as soon as if I'm talking and somebody's not listening to me, I'm instantly aggravated. I'm really trying to work on that. But like if any little thing, if I say something to you and you don't remember it, that shit makes me mad. Because I'm like, I don't know.
I already noticed that about you.
Yeah, because I don't talk like that. So like, if I say something
last week, I remember.
Yeah, like
had to like.
I don't like jogging people's memory. Because I don't need my memory jogged. I don't be needing mine jogged. And I have to remember like, okay, everybody ain't like that. Some people do have a scattered brain and they be all over the place. And my people and I understand that, but like I have limited space for that. I don't have a lot of tolerance for that.
Okay.
Like, especially if you claim to give a fuck about me. Like, no.
I think I can't. I think you just gotta. It depends on the people.
It's just I
be having a lot going on.
Right. That's why I said there's people I made space for.
Okay.
And if I can talk to you and you'll be like, okay, like if I know we can talk it out, we good. But like as soon as I get like snippy attitude, whatever, like if I know a lot of the times I get aggravated with stuff because it's like I would have never did that shit to you. Oh no, like nobody's perfect like at all. Like people have their hiccups and stuff. Yeah. But like I would have never did that shit. Like if somebody tells me something, I remember it. Like if I forget it, I'll literally be like, I specifically remember being zoned out when you said that. And I'll own up to it. Like it's whatever, but like that's not a frequent thing I do. I don't engage. I'm very good about that now. I don't engage in conversations that I'm not fully present in.
Okay.
Like if I know my mind is somewhere else, I'll be like, hey, pause, hold up. Like that's just a communication thing. I'm really big on communication. That's something I wanted to I was supposed to go to college for that. That was my whole major. My whole major was going to be that. Like I'm very, very big on communication. I could. Need some bread.
You know, I want to go to school for. I want to be a scientist.
That's what I think Melanie want to be.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The way she act, I think she want to be a scientist.
I wanted to be a scientist. Like Bill Nye, the science guy, was the person that put me in science.
Bill. The fact that he makes videos now for people our age is crazy.
I love that.
Like the stuff like for whatever.
I would probably cry if something happened to Bill.
I can see that. Our generation would be fucked up. There's a lot of people that if something happened to them, our generation would be looking like. But we're gonna wrap this up. The only thing I really wanted you to touch on was your album.
Okay.
Wrap it up with what you got going, like what events or whatever you got going on. But I know you're dropping an album.
Yeah. So yeah, so I'm releasing an album really soon. Date to be announced. From the Westside with Love. Y'all stay tuned with that. May I will be in Miami for Pride, and August I'm doing Pride in Atlanta. I'm trying to really like get in tune with my LGBT side.
Right, like the community.
Yeah, I definitely want to expand. Shout out to Moody for putting me on these events. Right now, I'm just trying to get back in the field. You know, I took some time off. Like my brother's like 8 months, 6 months, 6 to 8 months off. So right now, I'm just trying to get my mental back right so I can go back crazy.
Okay, yeah, more of a like we've been talking about you doing more marketing, and other stuff. So,
like I'm working on my weaknesses right now. Not even my strengths is music, of course, but like marketing, content, you know, showing people me and like take a look at what I do in my life. Like I'm very introverted, I'm very private. So for me to be uncomfortable, I'm just dealing with the uncomfortable right now.
Got you, yeah. Breaking those little barriers and stuff. That stuff that I told her how to do. Just say y'all should listen to me. One day, girl, y'all will be just like her and listen to me.
Yeah, get your money.
Somebody. Anybody.
Yeah, get your money.
But yeah, so y'all stay on the lookout for the Westside with Love. This is wrapped up Milk Jug Mafia podcast. We'll see you guys next time. You're fun.